We had, if you were to, if you were to look at yourself as an animal, what animal do you think that would be?
Okay, so not to be confused with if you could be any animal you want.
Well, let's do both. What
If
do you, how do you view yourself? Yeah. And then if you
if
could
if,
pick an animal, what would it
if
be?
I was well, clearly, I am something in the panda bear, koala bear category. I'm really not sure. I haven't studied them enough to know.
Yeah.
You could throw the apes in there. They seem to. It's really hard to because I haven't watched them in the wild, but I believe panda bears are pretty lazy in the wild as well. Now, any animal in the zoo caged up, it doesn't. You got what, maybe 2-3 days before you go. Okay, I've seen everything there is to see here,
Right.
and I'm bored out of my mind, and there you are.
Right.
In the zoo, not really fair. It's hard for anything to get too excited and just lay around all day. But in the wild, what is extremely lazy? You hear the term sloth-like, um, but I don't sleep as much as that. Sloth does a lot of sleeping, and I don't do a whole lot of sleeping. But I think a panda bear just kind of sitting there and continually eating.
Continually eating. And
Continually,
the funny part is pandas in the zoo. They can't get them to boink, right?
yeah.
And they're showing them panda porn, legitimately trying to get something to happen. I don't know if you knew that or not, but they are.
They have a. I know they don't breed well in captivity, at least.
Right. Well,
I don't know if they breed well in the wild, but
they're actually showing them movies to try to get them fired up so they can at least roll around. And you would think if you're locked in the zoo and there's nothing else to do, that's what you would be doing, right?
maybe
Well, yeah. The only problem is
it's
you
the
know,
same mate. You kind of get bored, right?
no. I think it's
What? Wait, nope, nope. Rewind, edit.
I'll cut that part out. I think the bigger deal is that your woman looks just like you. That's
And
a
everybody's
problem.
watching it. Yeah. Well,
I find that to be a problem. How am I going to get after something that looks exactly like me? I don't want to do
yeah,
that.
and who's to say they're going to respond to porn? What's going to make them respond to porn? Is there any
Oh,
proof that that works?
it's animal.
Are they hoping, or are they thinking it would work?
No,
I
they
mean,
think it's going to work. They think
have
that
they
just
seen any stimulation to the brain when they're watching it?
well, I'm
They
I
watch it on the big screen. Are the kids at the zoo watching this too?
no, I'm pretty sure it's in
So they,
closed.
you want it to work, you got to get a fluffer in there
You
somewhere.
got to get a fluffer bear.
get them, get them wrapped up, or just a person. I don't know.
Well, I mean that's the
I
same
don't know how
thing.
picky they are.
They thought that if they saw other animals, the other bears doing it, that they would get fired up and want to do it themselves. So they're actually showing, so they can mate. I said, well, why don't you get those two bears that are getting after it in the movie and let them do it. Because
Yeah.
right? Obviously, they know how to get it
There
done.
you go.
Right. Let them just do what they do.
Bring them live and in person. If the other guys catch on or want to jump in,
So you view yourself as the
I'm gonna go.
Long Johnson Australian panda pro.
All right, all right with that.
Exactly. I
I'm
mean,
not aware of
I
panda
don't know if that's
phenotype.
the scientific name of that panda, but we're gonna go with that. Go shorty. Anyway, so
Australian? Are they from Australia? No, they're from
no
China.
pandas aren't China.
They're yeah.
They're China.
They,
But you do things different, so I don't know.
hey, who knows? Yeah,
So
I would
okay,
be.
so
Hang
that's
out in Australia. I'd be the only panda there. Trying
then
to
you'd
figure out
be
how to catch
hot.
those damn kangaroos.
You talk about hanging on for dear life. That's got to be a wrestling match, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Donkey
And
punching you all the time.
any animal I could be.
Yeah. So that's how you feel you are. So now if you could be one, what it would be? I know it's not going to be a bird of some sort. That I know.
Well, oddly enough, that's one of the two choices.
Seriously.
Um, I don't know. I have to really think, but I like the whole eagle soaring thing,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
majestic bird. But then,
Except you don't like to fly.
the other part of me, well, maybe I would if that became natural. Because
All right.
I don't like to fly. I think because I can't be in control. We've talked about that.
Uh,
I think it's because I can't be in control that I don't like to fly.
man,
If I was an eagle, I'm flying on my own. I am in control.
you're an asshole bear too. You
I
like being in
am.
control.
I like to be in control. I think that's the problem.
All right.
Did we talk about that? I know I've talked about it with other people about like I prefer to drive than
No, and I get that. I would too.
I prefer to drive my own car than somebody else driving me.
I would too.
And if I am in somebody else's car on a long trip, I cannot sleep because I have to be ready to take over the wheel. Did we not talk about that?
No, not at all.
Oh,
Do you,
okay. I can't. You can go for a 15-hour. If I was on that same 15-hour ride from Arizona, my wife was driving.
uh-huh.
I would not sleep.
So you might as well just be driving.
I might as well be driving, but definitely I will not be sleeping
Oh,
because
I completely
should
understand
something
that.
happen to her, I need to be able to jump in that seat and take over, so we don't crash. And I think that carries over to flying. I know I can't sleep on a long flight, and I think it's again because and why I feel uncomfortable is because they lock me out of that front bit there. And
Oh.
should something happen to those pilots, I need to be able to jump in there and take that plane over.
Because it's well known that in your other life you were a flying bear or something.
I have seen enough movies to know that they can talk you through it.
What did you see?
Okay,
Airplane.
grab
Uh,
this, pull that.
I think. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hang up. I'm gonna call you right back. You're starting to break up a little bit, and I want you to come in clear. Hang on, okay? I'll call you right back.
Am I coming in any better?
Yeah, now you are.
Okay, maybe I just turned the wrong way.
Okay. Well, no, that's good. Though. Now you're clear. So, okay. So you need to be able to take over the plane when it's going down.
Need to be able to take over the controls if I have to.
All right. So, what's it gonna
I'm
be? Are
both
you
lion. Final answer, lion.
a lion?
Lion.
So you sleep all day, and she brings you your food.
King of the forest. The women do the work.
All
You
right.
eat kids.
Good call.